What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. You are joining me once again in Sandpoint, Idaho, and now it is raining, but we are going to be going over how to haul reels. As you can see behind me, we have some 7-foot wood reels with fiber optic cable on them, and we're going to go over how to haul them. So how to secure them down, just make it safe for you guys so they don't come rolling off the back of your trailer, so they don't go rolling through the back of your cab. As you guys can probably see, I don't have a headache rack. A headache rack might stop one of these. These reels are only about 1,600 pounds a piece, but a headache rack isn't going to do much for, say, like a 30,000 pound coil. But with that being said, let's get on to the video and get on to how to haul some reels. Alright guys, as I said, I am here on location. I've already drove from Denver to Sandpoint, Idaho, and so I have already pulled off some of the chains. The front reel had 2 chains on it, but I just wanted to go over a few things as far as hauling reels. First off, for you guys who don't know what a coil rack is, this little guy right here that you can see in the front of this 4x4, there's one here, and if you look way over there, there's one on the other side. This is a coil rack. So essentially it has this pyramid, or this triangle, and it's held together. I don't know if you can see it in the dark, but it runs here underneath, and then there's one here on the back, and so it essentially holds those 4x4s together like so they can't go anywhere. And there's one on either side to keep those 4x4s from going anywhere. That is called a coil rack. You can pick these up at any of your local truck stops for around 20 bucks. So if you're ever hauling coils and they say that you need a coil rack, this is what you're looking for essentially. Just Google image search the damn thing. I'm doing a horrible job at explaining what the hell a freaking coil rack looks like, and there's not much to them. Get on Google, type that crap in, pull up an image, you'll see. Easy to use. Sometimes you have to put a couple of 4x4s in, but uh-oh, we're in trouble. The boss is coming out. Boss got me making videos again. But yeah, when hauling reels, I always use chains. I've never used straps except for on like the really big God, I just lost my train of thought on the really big reels. I was going to call them coils, but so chains, you're going to do one forward on these ones. These ones are light, like I said. Depending on your weights, how you're going to chain them. Some of them you might have to do 3 chains forward and 2 chains backwards. Some of them you might do 2 chains forward, 1 chain backwards. These ones, I just did 1 chain forward, 1 chain backward on the front one up on the step. This one had 1 chain forward, 1 chain backwards. The middle reels just had one chain apiece, just holding them straight down essentially, so they don't go anywhere. And then the back reel had one chain forward, one chain backwards. As you can see, I left this chain holding this one, pulling it forward, and there's one chain up there pulling that one backwards, just for the simple fact that if they want me to move anywhere in the morning, I don't want those two reels rolling into my cab, and I don't want these two reels rolling off the back of the trailer. But this place that I picked up from, the guys had never loaded reels before. They were just shipping them out because they weren't using them, and so they just wanted to sit the reels on my deck with nothing to hold them in place. I made them go get 2x4s. The only reason I used the coil racks up here was the simple fact that I just wanted these ones to feel more secure up here, just because like I don't have a headache rack or anything on my truck, and so I just wanted that one to feel a little bit more secure up there. If you don't have coil racks, using 2x4s will hold these in place just fine. So they don't have coil racks holding these together at all. I've hauled a ton of reels before and never had any issues. The only issues I've ever had is with the steel reels. When you haul the steel reels, they don't have as much surface area as like these wood ones do out here on the edge, and so the steel will make indents in the 2x4s, and so you'll find your chains get loose a little bit more often, and so you have to stop. I just drove 1100 miles ish, around that, and I only had to stop and tighten my chains. What did we stop once? One time to tighten chains. And the screen's all wet. God, it's raining. It's coming down good now. But yeah, as you can see, there's the two chains are still coming out on this side because these little teeny holes that they have us running these chains through with these reels, the hook's stuck in there somewhere, and so I'm just gonna wait until they unload me tomorrow to finish pulling those out. But yeah, just try to get them, you know, to try to get them as tight as possible. You can see where these ones are kind of touching in here. These ones, like I said, these wood ones are all misshaped and formed and off, but like we had these all butted up tight next to each other, and just from bouncing around on the truck, they've moved a little bit, but yeah, these wood ones were a pain. So, but getting the chains through it, oh, that's one of the things I wanted to touch bases on. So how did I get the chains through these reels? I have my little corner installer. So I made these. I actually made one for one of our other trucks as well. So this is my corner installer. Go grab one of those little orange corners right there, Anna. So put it in there. Nope, put it in that crack. So, but as you can see, I made these out of PVC and a T-pipe, or a T-fitting. But essentially, all I did with the chain is I took the hook of the chain and I stuck the hook of the chain inside, and then I stood up. I have a little ladder I keep under here, down there under my step deck. I hooked the chain in here, and then I just fed the chain through here. So, and so the PVC was barely strong enough to get the chain through that hole, through the middle holes. Once we got the holes lined up, and then I couldn't get it out the other side. I had to walk around and reach my hand through the hole on the other side. And you might be saying, well, that PVC isn't long enough to get that far. I have another one that I attach to it right there in the cubby, so when I have tall loads I can put my corners up on like a 13, you know, when it's 13 feet high on essentially a 10-foot load. But yeah, that's it. I don't know what I missed. Essentially you just have to know how much your coils weigh. You can go through your little safety regulation handbook. I'm pretty sure there's pictures and stuff in there that tell you how many chains you need for different states. I'm not that familiar with it, but for the most part, you know, one forward, one backwards on your lighter loads, you know, is more than sufficient. And then like these middle two, I just ran one chain down because they're not going to go anywhere. That's how we always do all the smaller reels. And then coils are similar. Coils just weigh a hell of a lot more, and so you just find yourself obviously using the coil racks and then more chains. So sorry I keep wiping off the camera, but it's raining. Like it's raining. But yeah guys, I appreciate you for watching, and see you guys all on the next video.